Welcome back to my channel, everybody, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I wanted to give you an update on some fragrances I had purchased a few weeks ago and tell you a little bit about their performance, whether or not I'm still as in love with them today as I was when I first got them, as well as share with you a couple of new fragrances that are in my collection. So if you're interested in this, then stay tuned. Also, if you haven't subscribed, definitely consider doing so because we do talk a lot about fragrances on this channel, and if you love them as much as I do, you won't want to miss anything. And without further ado, let's get started. Good morning, guys. So as you can see, I have 5 fragrances here in front of me that I'm going to update you on. I have 2 that are new to my collection, and I have 3 that I have recently or mentioned a while ago for you guys. And I kind of just wanted to give you an update on how they're performing, when I have worn them, which ones have gotten me compliments, longevity, sillage, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times when I do perfume reviews or when I talk about perfumes, a lot of times that's a first impression. And of course, you guys also want to know how long are they lasting, how are they performing. Currently, I'm in my kitchen. I apologize, I haven't been uploading videos lately this last few days because I've been working a ton of shifts at work, and I actually go back for another night shift tonight. So yesterday was day 3. I'm very tired. I actually have a bit of a headache, but I'm gonna take some Tylenol and tough it out, and I'm just having some coffee. I'm also burning this amazing candle from Bath & Body Works. This is my new favorite candle of theirs. This is from their aromatherapy line, and this is called Rose and Vanilla. I guess it's called Love, but it smells like rose and vanilla. It's amazing. It kind of smells like a Chloe perfume, but without the patchouli and without any of the other like citrus notes. It's just a really pretty rose and vanilla candle, and I absolutely love it. So one of the ones I recently brought into my collection is Black Opium Neon. As many of you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, I did used to have Black Opium, both the Eau de Toilette as well as the Eau de Parfum. And I ended up decluttering the Eau de Parfum quite a while back because I had so many similar fragrances and I didn't feel like I needed all of those similar fragrances. I think when I bought Dolce & Gabbana The Only One Intense was when I decluttered my old Black Opium because I felt like The Only One Intense was all I needed. However, I have had my eyes on the Black Opium Neon for quite a while now. I actually have to give credit to Pika from Pika Fragrance Reviews. I will link her channel down below. She talked about this one in one of her videos, and she really piqued my interest. And I tried it actually quite a few times, and finally I decided to buy a bottle for myself. What I like about this one is it's very similar to the original Black Opium, but this one has a lot more of a fruity opening. So that fruity opening makes it a lot more sweet and a little bit more zesty and bright. The name Neon is perfect for this fragrance because it does have a very sort of neon, vibrant, electric type of opening when you first spray it, as opposed to like the super sultry, deep original Black Opium as well as the Black Opium Intense. I was actually debating between this one, Black Opium Nuit Blanche, which has a note of milk in it and I think some almond, and it's very nutty and very sweet and soft, and the Intense one, which I think has licorice in it, if I'm not mistaken. So the notes in this one are dragon fruit, orange blossom, coffee, vanilla, jasmine, mandarin, citron, and white musk. So this is a 75 ml bottle. I really like this one, you guys. It's very sweet. It still has that original Black Opium DNA. It's just your quintessential sexy kind of going out fragrance, date night, whatever. It's just really nice. I like it. It's an easy go-to. Longevity, not huge, but I didn't find the original Black Opium to have huge longevity either. Maybe on clothing. I would say on my skin, I probably get about maybe 2 or 3 hours of like solid wear where I can really smell that it's there and it's projecting, and then it does become a little bit softer. So that's my only beef with the Black Opium fragrances, is that I don't think they have monster sillage and monster longevity. That's my one beef. Otherwise, it's an absolutely beautiful fragrance, but I do like it enough that I would be willing to spray it a few times anyway, The next one we have is new to my collection, and this is another one by Kilian. This is Rolling in Love. This one, you guys, I actually had a sample of at home, and I've had the sample for quite a while, and I would go back and test it periodically, and finally I decided to just go ahead and get myself a full bottle of this. This is a sweet, powdery, actually it's not that sweet. This is a powdery, almondy. It has a very strong kind of a makeup lipsticky vibe. It does have similar vibes to something like Replica Lipstick On, almost a little bit similar to Valentino Donna in that like lipstick makeup vibe. So the notes in here are almond, iris, tuberose, vanilla, freesia, ambrette, tonka bean, and musk. So this is a very sultry, super sensual, really sexy fragrance. I think it's very sexy. It's not like in your face femme fatale, you know, like go out and just seduce everybody in the club kind of thing. It's not like that. It is a very sensual, kind of an intimate scent. This is the type of fragrance I would wear if I was going to be close with my significant other, something that would make me smell just very sensual and very soft and very cuddly. And when I first spray it, it does have quite a strong kind of almondy, irisy kind of a vibe. And as it starts to dry down on the skin, it becomes a little bit sweeter, but it never really becomes like a sweet gourmand or anything like that. I've seen people describe this as being like a gourmand lover's dream. I don't know what they mean by that because it doesn't smell overly gourmand to me. It doesn't smell overly gourmand. It's kind of like a powdery almond, vanilla kind of a fragrance, basically. So the bottle is absolutely beautiful. Obviously, it comes in this really beautiful red bottle. It's got the embossed side there that you can see. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? Looks so beautiful. I just love the bottle. The cap has the K engraved on the top, and I'm just gonna take it off. It's just a really unique kind of a powdery fragrance. I don't know how else to explain it besides it's kind of a sensual, sexy, unique, powdery fragrance. I have nothing else quite like this in my collection. Like I say, I kept on spraying the sample of this on my skin as well as on paper, and every time I would go back and smell it, I just found it so interesting and so intriguing and unique, and definitely has a sensuality about it, definitely has a sex appeal. This one does last for quite a long time on my skin. It's very potent, as you would expect for this price that you pay for this fragrance. As well as this line. I would say I get probably a good 5 or 6 really solid hours out of this on my skin. It even lasts throughout a shower, throughout a bath. Within an arm's length, you can smell it on a person really, really well. Yeah, which, like I said, this is a very intimate fragrance. It's not the type of fragrance I would use for going out to a club or something like that. This is definitely more of a evening at home, night at home. I think that the name Rolling in Love is totally appropriate because to me, this has a very strong, like I say, lipsticky kind of a vibe. So the vibes I get from this is like a sultry woman who has just applied her lipstick and she's maybe just, I don't know, I just get vibes of like lipstick and intimacy kind of. That's what I get from this. So yeah, that is Rolling in Love by Kilian. Love the bottle, I think, more than anything. Okay, so let's talk about Ylang Gold from M. Micallef. I had done an unboxing and first impression of this fragrance for you guys a little while back, and I still love this fragrance just as much today as the day that I unboxed it. If you remember, this was the first fragrance that actually I was like almost speechless because I was like, this smells so good. I have smelled nothing like this. I have to say that I'm very, very impressed with the House of Micallef. This is an absolutely stunning vanilla Ylang fragrance. I think there's coconut in here, if I'm not mistaken. It has like a little bit of a tropical vibe, but for me, I really don't picture beach. I really don't think tropical vibes at all when I smell this. I really just feel this is a very delicate, special occasion, sweet Ylang vanilla fragrance. It smells luminous to me. It smells glistening. It smells special. I think I had said in my video that it smelled like gold, and I might have been a little bit biased because of the gorgeous gold cap that looks like a golden nugget. Also because there's actually, you're supposed to shake this perfume. I hate shaking perfumes because it makes them go bad faster actually. There's also little luminous gold bits in the fragrance. So I might be a little bit biased in saying that it smells like gold, but to me this definitely has a very special occasion type of a feel to it. So obviously I haven't been going anywhere or doing anything very special, but I did wear this out and about a few times just so that I could report back to you guys how it performed. Basically, the very first thing I can say is I felt totally out of place when I wore this. Like, I wore this to the gym, I wore this to run errands, I wore this just out doing things because these days I'm not going anyplace special, and it felt totally out of place. This is for me 100% special occasion perfume. I feel like I can only wear this in a really nice dress with some high heels on and going out to dinner with my boyfriend or something, or like evening, or maybe just a nice evening at home with my boyfriend, but like in a dress. Like, I don't think I can wear this just for typical everyday wear. It is such a beautiful, luminous, delicate fragrance. To me, it's very delicate. This doesn't fill a room. I wouldn't say it lasts a really long time. I have Love by Kilian, for example, and one day I wore Love by Kilian, the next day I wore this one. Love is way, way stronger. Like, Love will fill a room. This one, I would say, is a little bit softer. It doesn't quite fill a room. It doesn't last quite as long. I think probably 4 or 5 hours before it becomes like a skin scent, which I'm okay with because really I don't do much for longer than 4 or 5 hours. I'm not working in an office for 8 hours where I want my perfume to last all day. I usually do wear perfumes for like evening or just quickly running out or something like that. So if something lasts and projects for a good 4, 5, 6 hours, I'm quite happy with that. It doesn't have to be a monster. And this one definitely is not a monster. I would say this one lasts longer than Black Opium, but not quite as long as like Rolling in Love, for example. But it's an absolutely beautiful fragrance. I still love it just as much as the first day that I opened it. I love the bottle. Some people said in the comments they thought the bottle was tacky. I don't know how they could think that, because to me it's just the most beautiful work of art. So anyway, I definitely need to explore more from the house of Micallef. I'm so impressed with them already. And yeah, that's my update on Ylang Gold. Next up, we will do a little update on Kenzo World Power. So this one I had purchased in a gift set way back in, I think, the beginning of August. And this one, you can see I've already put a little dent in. I actually love this fragrance. This one I purchased because of the Curious Perfumer. I will link her channel down below as well. The Curious Perfumer, she has a really great selection and she's got a really good nose for fragrances, and she's also very chill and very down to earth. I definitely recommend checking her out. But this fragrance is by Kenzo, obviously. Let's see if I can get this off. So this is what the bottle looks like, Kenzo World Power. So this is a tonka bean, salt, and cypress fragrance. This fragrance definitely leans unisex 100%. It's probably one of the most unisex fragrances I have. If I smelled this on my boyfriend, I would absolutely love it. To me, this smells like sexy man at the beach. That is what this is. Even though I love to wear it for myself, it still smells like a very attractive man at the beach. It's got that, oh, I can smell it just from sitting here back in my chair. I can smell it, and it smells like a really attractive man walked into my house, like my boyfriend. It kind of smells like him. Like if I smell this, I think of him right away. So this has a very strong kind of salty note. It really reminds me of like the ocean water. It's got tonka bean, which makes it a little bit sweet and a little bit soft and like warm and cozy. And then it's got that cypress in there, which is what gives it the masculine vibe. And oh my gosh, I didn't realize how much I loved a note of cypress. It's almost like an aphrodisiac, honestly. But maybe that's because it reminds me of like a man. I don't know. Ugh, but this is the most beautiful scent, you guys. The other thing about this fragrance that you need to know is this performs like a beast. This lasts forever. It projects. You don't need very much of it. It's beautiful. So beautiful for the summertime. I've worn this a couple of times. Actually, I've worn this to the gym a couple of times. It has a little bit of a freshness to it. It's probably not the most gym appropriate thing you can wear, but yeah, this would be an amazing vacation fragrance. Really good for the summertime. Like I say, you don't need much. How big is this bottle? I think this is Yeah, this is a 50 ml bottle. It's gonna last me for a long time because we don't have a lot of hot weather up here in Canada, only for a few months. But this is an amazing, beautiful fragrance. And yeah, highly, highly recommend it. Women, you can wear this. You can also get it for your husbands. Men, if you're watching, you could 100% get away with this. It's beautiful. So quite happy with that one. Thank you so much to Elise from The Curious Perfumer for your review on this, because I'm loving it. It's one of the most unique fragrances I have in my collection. And yeah, I've worn it a lot actually. And the last one we'll talk about is Michael Kors Midnight Shimmer. This one was in a little haul video that I did a little while back, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, when I had purchased Kilian Love and I can't remember what else I had bought. Oh, Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. So I had purchased quite a few vanilla fragrances. This one I got off of the recommendation of Demi Rawling, as well as I think I've seen it pop up in a couple of other places on YouTube. This is just supposed to be a really affordable vanilla scent. I'm just gonna take the cap off because it keeps on reflecting me and my pajamas, and nobody needs to see my pajamas. So here we have Midnight Shimmer. So first of all, you can get this bottle. This is a 100 ml bottle. You can get this entire bottle for only 134 Canadian dollars, taxes in and shipped, which is incredible, which means you can probably get it in the US for under $100. I got this directly from the Michael Kors website. The bottle itself, I'm not a huge fan of the bottle itself. To me, it looks almost a little bit tacky. Kind of looks like they took a navy blue bottle and just like dipped it in a bowl of glitter and were like, there you go, that's your designer bottle. It takes up a lot of room as well. It's quite a tall, rather bulky sort of a bottle. However, you guys, I have to say, I'm very impressed with this fragrance itself. I did not think I was going to love this. I almost decluttered it because when I first smelt this one, I thought that it was very generic. It really reminded me of like a Bath & Body Works kind of a spray. It had just a very generic kind of a woody, ambery vanilla vibe to it. So I think this does have amber or amber wood. I think this has cedar, this has vanilla, and I can't remember what all else is in here. I think there's some floral notes, but there is a lot of woody notes. Basically what I get from this one is a lot of vanilla and woody notes. And at first, like I said, I felt it was very, very generic, but I thought, you know what the heck, let's try wearing this and see what happens. This has become one of my favorite go-to scents actually in the last couple of weeks. We have been having a little bit cooler weather. On my skin, this probably lasts about 9 or 10 hours on my skin. Very, very impressed with the longevity. Also, I have received a lot of compliments on this fragrance. Every time I wear this fragrance, somebody comments and says that I smell good. I have had at least 3 or 4 people in the last week tell me that I smell good when I'm wearing this. Yeah, Michael Kors Midnight Shimmer, compliment getter, lasts for a really long time. A little bit generic, but there's nothing wrong with being generic because sometimes that means it's mass pleasing and everybody likes it. Yeah, it's a really pretty kind of a cozy, woody vanilla fragrance with a little bit of amber. Really, really nice for the fall and the winter time, and really good value for your money as well. So I definitely am a lot more impressed with this fragrance than I thought I was going to be initially. So that's it for today's little mini haul and fragrance update. I hope that you guys really enjoyed. If you have or have tried any of these fragrances before, please let me know your comments down below. I'd be interested to see if we share the same taste. And also head on over and follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I do share a lot of things on there like home decor, other little tidbits of my life, outfits of the day, fragrances of the day, and other things that you won't see here on YouTube. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.